Alright, hello, and welcome to Tips and Tricks. Quick kind of video thing. I don't really know what to call this series. I figured it would be cool that I know that you guys get to see the end products and like the speed builds and the actual videos, but I figured I could share some tips and tricks with you guys as I build. And I just figured out how to do something really cool. So in this really quick video, I'm going to do these like one tip and trick at a time, like one video each. And I just figured out how to make this really cool thing, and it's a kind of like a circular kind of railing. And I had no idea how to do this at the beginning, so I'm going to try and show you guys how I did it. So hopefully it can become useful to you guys. So we're going to try and replicate this over here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it. So we're going to start with a mud column. So you're going to put this in the middle. Now I did already have like the circle concrete border around it, but I don't think that should matter too much. So you're going to start with them right in the middle. This is you're going to be your center. So however far away you move your wall piece, so we're going to get a concrete wall, or really any kind of wall works, but I just like concrete. So we're going to take a wall. You can put one just right here if you want. It doesn't really matter. But the amount of distance from here, from your center column to wherever we put this, is going to be your radius. So it's going to be the distance from the middle of your circle to the edge. So if we had a mud wall like here, or a mud column here, we put the wall this far away, and then that's how I got this. So you could really make this any size you want. It could be all the way out here, it could be all the way here, and it really doesn't really matter. So I did a wall right about here. So I'm actually not going to use the concrete wall. I'm actually going to use well, it depends on what kind of railing you're using. I used, what are these called? These ceiling fan suspension cables, because these are personally my favorites, but you can really use any material you want. So I'm going to use a plaster square. It is the wall panel 1x1. We're going to put this right against the wall. So you're going to make sure it's like flat like that. And then we're going to move it out, probably just like there again, around the same thing. You don't really need that concrete wall. Just kind of like an estimate, kind of to show you. So this is what we have so far. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use my example, and we're going to use the ceiling fan pieces, the ceiling fan cables. You can use a thick one, and this is also a thinner one. Doesn't really matter too much. And what you're going to do, for mine at least, I'm going to show you how I did mine. You can also use a bunch of whatever stuff you guys want. This is just how I made the actual circle shape. So you're going to do like this, and we're going to line up just like that. And this is going to be how the distance, how far off it is from the ground. So maybe I'll put it like that, and then we're going to put one vertical like that, and we're going to put it around the middle. Alright? So to make it easier, we're going to have a bunch of these things. We're going to start duplicating stuff, and there's going to be a lot. So to make it easier, I'm going to color this already ahead of time of what I want the color to be. I usually go for like some nice off shade greens or browns, or maybe even grays, just to give it some like natural kind of like feel to it. So now we can delete this concrete wall. Again, you don't really need it. It's just kind of like to maybe make it easier for like placing the other walls and stuff. But you don't really need it. Mainly you need the mud wall column, and you need the plaster piece with the ceiling, or whatever your pieces are for your fence. Alright, and so now you're going to select all of the stuff in your group. You have the mud column, and you have our plaster stuff. You're going to duplicate it. You're going to put it directly symmetrical to the other one, and you're going to make sure the column lines up with the first column. So this will be going right here. And we can do that again. We can do it this way, and we're going to do it this way. Okay? So now you don't need, we're going to start duplicating this even more, if you can believe. So we're going to make sure that we only have one mud column in the center here. So we need at least one. So there will be four there. You can get rid of the other three, and there only needs to be one. Now we have this kind of X kind of shape, and now, this is connected to the other thing. We do not want that. Now we can take this, and we Control X, or whatever your control is on console if you want. You're going to turn off angle snap. You can if you want. It'll be like that. I personally don't use angle snap, or the angle snap when it comes to these things. But now you're going to slowly rotate this just like this, just like so. And we're going to keep going all the way around. You'll see that this is a better kind of like fit with the ceiling pieces than normal. And you're going to keep going all the way around, and you'll see that our mud wall pieces are kind of overlapping in the middle there. That's going to be terrible to delete, but we have to do it. Alright, so let's keep going all the way around. And it should reach here. If you there might be a bit of overlap here, but I think with any like planter or rock you can kind of cover that up. Or you can like play around with the radius if you really want to and see if it probably will get perfect, but it's gonna take some trial and error. So now we're gonna delete all of our mud piece comps. So I just like to right click and then click on the editing group and then keep going all the way. This takes maybe 30 seconds or so. There is a lot of them, so it could be more. We're just gonna keep going all the way until they're all gone. Okay, now we're just left with our plaster and the railing pieces. We're gonna select them all, put it under one group, and then we can delete the plaster. Or if you want to get really fancy, you can put your camera level to the ground and be very carefully multi-select. And if that color is one solid color here, then you're good. Okay, we can get rid of this. Same thing over here, very carefully. Make sure you don't get any of your ceiling pieces. And there you go. There is your encircle railing piece. Before I figured this out, I tried it before with just doing like without the plaster and just doing the ceiling pieces with the mud wall. But it was so hard and it was so annoying because the pieces would not line up, so there was always gaps. So I definitely recommend using the plaster. I know it might be an extra step, but it's almost like a confirmed thing that it will work. And I think that this looks really nice, especially when you line it up with foliage and stuff like I will at the end. Let me know what other tips and tricks you guys want to see. I'm going to try and do them as quick as possible. I don't know how long this one was. And if you want to see more tips and tricks, please let me know down below and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss those future videos. Please, I beg of you, it's free. Anyway, if you want to see more tips and tricks, leave it in the comment below and subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more videos because this project will be seeing more stuff coming in the next few days. Hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.